Alright. Get right into it. Stores, getting sounds, all sounds loaded. System textures. And we're back. CXS, yeah. And then it was a sprint with shift, and then wonder when I'm gonna need to delete a file for real. Oh, C for skip text, right? And F for full screen. I'm gonna use full screen more, so it's more readable. Oh, that's for the window. The stream again? Oh, running away. And the big places here are a bunch of weird trees. Pulls a moss. Yes. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I've actually been to a real ocean until now. I've been to the ocean. That's really cool. I don't care. I thought I get to ride the boat through one. That's crazy. That interaction is crazy. Makes me scared of the dark. A little bit hard to imagine now that I'm just spending so much time here. Couldn't even go to sleep without a lamp. Yeah, I was like that when I was young. Those wouldn't last long here. Yeah, I guess so. We should probably head out. Do I not get to read the document? Do I want to go through it? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did everything that I can do with the knowledge that I have. About how the game works. Uh-oh. Stay away from that stuff. As much as I want to, I mean, it's red, so it's gotta be bad, you know what I mean? There's a sacred place. Finding the entrance may be easy, but that alone will not be enough. Once you reach the surface, I recommend visiting the library for leads. This area is off limits. Only the bearer of the sacred kernel is permitted to access the garden. Like a kernel of corn, I have this. It's up behind my plant lighted glen. No. Take the seed of the garden, plant it in the pot in the center. You may now pass through and see the garden. And how does the robot know? This seems like not good. But there's no other use for it. I mean, dirt. This elevator is the only way to gain access to the surface, but it's broken. It's been ripped out. I'm sure looking everywhere, it ain't no avail. Maybe it exploded. Been ripped out. How come there aren't any broken wires inside the empty slot? It's by some kind of magnetic technology. Oh, okay. Spread the trash on the floor. I was gonna throw it out earlier, but then my coworkers caught on fire, and I had to drop everything to help them. You're fine now, though. It's a good thing fire doesn't hurt robot. Oh, okay, okay. How come there aren't any people? Normally cafes have tons of people. Yeah, it's a really slow day. I think it's because the ground access elevator is broken. City's infrastructure has been suffering a lot lately. Stairwells and stairs are breaking left and right. Now the only reliable way to transport these elevators until now. You know, the tall guy came in here earlier and saying the same thing. He asked me if I've seen a button that says ground on it. Like, pretty stressed. I'm to cheer him up. The only ground I've seen today is coffee grounds. He didn't get it. See him around a lot, but never seems to have the time to eat a proper meal. Kind of rushes in here, drinks a whole pot of coffee, and then rushes back out. Jeez, what? He takes a strategy extreme. I mean, it's an important job, but nothing is worth that amount of stress, I think. What does he do? Maintenance. Something to do with the lights, but I don't know the details. Maybe you can ask him later. If you like anything, I can cook something for you if you want. It's alright. Well, don't be afraid to ask if you get hungry. We have to make something for you. Sorry about the trash on the floor. Oh, it's because I was holding the metal can and then I went top. I see now. I was wondering. It's good to know. This one looks like it's opened. Oh, hello. Are you an intruder? Because if you are, I will have to report you. Just gonna walk in here because the door is unlocked. Do you want me to leave? No suspicious activity detected. Well, I guess as long as I don't do anything bad. Alright. Let me leave full screen. Change theme to red. Close that. And let's... Oh, it's off? No, I wasn't. That's not what I was saying. Landscape painting. Abstract painting. I thought that was going to be another thing where I have to check the files and stuff. It's a wall of family photos. Okay. Pink flower. Yeah, I know.
Hello.
Freaking talking plush. And you're gonna tell me that we can't sleep here. Yeah. Picture of many ones and zeros. Painting of 4 robots playing cards. Would you like to play a game? What game would you like to play? Rock, paper, scissors. Bit complicated. My parents are like literally never home, but I'm used to it. Besides, I've got a Model C WT 2nd Gen Unit 4E here to keep me company now. She still talks a little weird sometimes, but that's okay, she's learning. If I work real hard, she might even be tamed someday. Hearing that word. What, tame? Yeah, nobody told me what it means yet. It's just a robot thing. Can't really explain it either. I love large books. One of them is a robot instruction manual. Okay. It's a landscape portrait of Glenn. Oh. Picture of a ram wearing a little pink bow. City life, what to expect. Moved here recently, huh? Things are so different in the city. You've been to Glen, right? Yeah, everything's so green back there. I really miss it. I never gave me some plants to cheer me up, but yeah. Should probably get a muzzle for Betsy there. Roomba. She'd ride on it. What? Do it. Nice. We ride at dawn. Meow. Ooh. Hey, do you happen to have some spare dirt? Hello there. Gardener? Yeah. Do you happen to have any dirt for growing plants? Yes. I need some. It's supposed to plant the seed left behind by a plant lady, but the pot in the garden doesn't have any soil. I know who you're talking about. Take the whole bag. Mason. Black clover is probably the only plant hardy enough to survive naturally outside Glen. I think they're really boring to look at. My Christus really loves them though. I think all the black clovers I'm growing here are for him. I haven't seen him in a while though. I wonder when he's coming back to pick these up. Closer to grass. Let the sun recharge him, yeah. Just in the middle of the refilled magma village goes on for miles. In our world, wheat is usually only grown in small isolated pots or in plots. I didn't fully read that. True foliage is hard to come by. Rarely ever see trees like these in the wild anymore. Trees here are pretty much all raised artificially by people like me. For nostalgia. Practice. Be sure not to touch these. Plants have only recently sprouted. It's not easy for a plant to make it out here these days. Plants are labeled with different species names. I suppose they're stretching towards the sun. Some plants in a row tend to grow in Glen. Even if it's facing the flooding issues, is still in better condition than the other two areas. Barrens the Barrens in Refuge City has barely enough ground to stand on. Larger scale than this, I mean. Alright. Chatty guy with a passion for plants. He owns a small plant shop in the Refuge apartment district. However, it's mostly just an excuse to do more gardening, as Mason tends to gift almost as many plants as he sells. When it comes to his horticultural advance, Mason is the guy to see. Into the Watcher. Mason also admires the lamplighter's hard work, and once sent him one of his plants as a thank you. Very warm coffee. The house in the Glen. It looks like it was taken when people were still living in the ruins. City skyline. Some buildings. Photograph of the factory. Photograph of some Merlings. Messiah? Make your scarf. Got a large books. Some pages are dog-eared. Okay. Got large books. Look like phone books. This must be the library. Or not? Oh, nobody will mind us taking the magnets. Yeah, that's true. The guy from Glen? No. You want this t-shirt? Nope. Is he still there? Yeah. Looks like I can unlatch this door. Photograph of the tower. Sunlight makes it hard to make out much in this photo. The mines. Many robots that work in the photo. Extracting large deposits of ore. Can't read that one. Wait, weren't there 3 staircases down? Yeah. Sink. Soap. Scissors on a pile of hair. Someone cut their hair in the corner. I kept the feather. That's interesting. Okay. I think there's still probably one more direction I haven't gone yet. I have all this stuff for the plant, so I should just go do that. This helps you grow. Yeah, it's okay, we got the water. It's nice and moist. Only so much water from the two. I'll hold on the two for now just in case. Need to find more water. Okay. Only direction I have not gone yet. Good evening. On this time of the day doesn't really mean anything now. The sun gone, the night never seems to end. And how can you tell? I have my ways. Small tree. Stapler bolted to the table. Tape dispenser bolted to the table. Power room mechanic, do you have initiated a report? Yes. Surface access elevator is broken, there's a button missing. Reading this room is not in my programming. There's a note here. They're just bolted so people won't steal them. Feel free to use though. Tape on can't really think of anything here that could use tape. Every piece of metal sent to the wall. Some kind of vault. Screen in the middle. I guess most of this most population lives here. Yeah, that's true. Have a sip of water. Village is very small, so like huge fields. What about you? It's hard to explain. How... And then this just keeps going left, huh? That's interesting. What is it? Milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours, or something like that? I guess we'll see if when it lights up. Gonna need this soon. Take this film and expose it to the void. The answer will be revealed when you bring it back again. To the void. I'm assuming that is what has been... Expose it to the void. That seems a little sketch. But, don't really have much else to do right now. It's not the void. That kind of void. Oh my god, I'm hitting X. I was like, what is happening? My finger's on the wrong keys. I tried to tape them together, but you didn't want to, so. Okay, so. Good music, dude. I am a fan. I'm gonna change the theme. Cyan. Haven't done this one yet. Oh, maybe better with that. Current playthrough 0. Wait, what? Why is it at 0? That's concerning. You're not dead now, are you? Noodles. Yeah, I got neighbors, alright. Oh my god. Share food with you? No. I mean... not really, no. Looking for the whole village each day. Need to be watching old enough to help out. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really think there's anything more to get in here, though. Is this the library? I don't think I need to talk to this person because I already got their profile or whatever. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing next. Just put more water on the plant. I should walk to the edges of stuff so I can look for themes, because I've kind of not been doing that. Current playthrough's kind of bugged out. That's unfortunate. That's fair. This is the only way that I can go to maybe make progress, I think. Oh no, this is... I mean, maybe? If I cut off a piece of tape to keep, it would just lose its stickiness. There's no way the amber can make sense. A strange woman standing in the clock tower, watching the world end. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, the flow of time inexorably drags us all towards a vast and unknowable sea. Will you let it carry you in darkness, squinting against the sting of its spray? Will you rage against its currents, fighting to make as much headway as you can before you're overtaken? Or will you choose, as some, to stare wide-eyed at the swirling torrent and become enraptured by it? Interesting. No, this isn't responding to the background because it didn't limit me there, so... Heavy piece of metal set to the wall. Magnets? No. I don't think there's anything up here. I'm kind of wandering aimlessly right now. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna connect it to the elevator. Let's get some tape. It's down here, I think. Oh, this place is down here. I really did not connect the dots that it said ground on the thing of ground coffee. Yeah, there is, but like, there's a lock. Do I have to unlock it remotely? Is that what I... 63014. I don't know what you did. Dude, I put the code in. What do you mean? Yeah, what about the vault? Why is there just a vault? Oh, maybe I can come back here. Probably not, though. If she's in Barons and Agland, moving in. Not a haven. More that here than anywhere else, the square stuff. So you do your jobs to get busy. Fix lights. High energy phosphor. I haven't slept in so long. Library. Main delivery spots. Reading lights are pretty high maintenance. Another place surrounded by smart people. Well, I guess you're pretty smart yourself, so I fit in fine. Take up. Back up. Yes, I can. That's good. Oh, hello. Alright. What do you think? I'll take your faith for answer then. What do you mean about names? Whatever you think it is. Okay. Yeah. Hello. The head librarian recommends them. The assistant librarian had no comment as he report, and they fled the scene sobbing. The receptionist had no comment either because the receptionist is sobbing. What was that? Disturbance was detected from the ground access elevator on Main Street. However, the issue quick resolved as investigations take place. Strange sounds have been reported from the slums or sources unknown. These sounds have been described as faint bleeding. I'm not certain that it is evening, but my light sensors are not detecting daylight. I will assume it is evening. Website is currently speaking Newsbot Unit 28. Hello. Released several new books by elusive author. The world ends. Would it be better if it was gone in an instant or slowly fading away? Rather the former. Great death promises the least pain, don't you agree? Alright, guy. Fine. Since this is the last bastion of civilization, soon these books may be the only thing that we have to remember the rest of the world by. Is this why the library is always so packed? This is a slow day. Is that just a random chance? Placed books are neatly on the shelf. I'm going to randomly say that instead. It's funny. The flying machine. Oh, the author is also the person that helps the person in the mines. Or not the person in the mines, the people in the forest area, or the swamp. What are you doing to that book? It's my own books that I wrote. Just pulled them off the shelf and modified them. I overcrossed out some sections. I don't see the point of writing anymore. The author is just gonna write about the same thing and tell everyone. And everyone, whatever. Consider people go nuts over stuff. That guy's got major talent. Mousers. I'm sure people don't think I eat mice. As long as the people don't assume you eat mice. The directions to the area whose mostly historical accounts. The reference section is downstairs, and I'm not sure where the children's section is. See there with the head librarian on publishing, so you think it'd at least show up once in a while, but he doesn't. I don't think any people have ever seen him in person or know what he looks like. Everyone's heard of him. He did reply to my letter that one time. I got it framed immediately. Like one day he'll show up. Book with the big black clover. Comprehensive guide to phosphors. The general rule: if a phosphor loses its glow entirely, it cannot be relit unless exposed to the sun. If the phosphor is merely dim, it may be possible to boost it through exposure to another phosphor of higher energy, but even so, the boosted phosphor will never return to its original brightness. A survey of the phosphors found in the natural world. Location: the Barrens. Under the common phosphorus, blue phosphorus made of moderate levels of energy. It can exist in both organic and mineral forms. The mineral form is most commonly found in the metallic sand of the Barrens. The organic form is most commonly found in the phosphorus shrimp and their secretions. Although the light emission of blue phosphor is powerful, it has what I would describe as self-conserving properties. That is to say, the glow may not be constant. Most forms of blue phosphor will stop glowing if left undisturbed for long periods of time. If using blue phosphor to power machines, a motor should be set at a baseline level of activity to ensure constant agitation of the phosphor. Alternatively, live phosphor shrimp can be used. Green phosphor, the gland. Under the three common phosphors, green phosphor is of the highest energy. It is also the rarest of the common phosphors, as it can only be found in organic form. Known sources include the sap of phosphor trees, fireflies, and various mosses. Although the phosphor is present in the ubiquitous ground-covering moss called the glen, it is only in minute amounts and almost impossible to concentrate. Green phosphor is ideal for industrial use. However, due to its relative scarcity and past over-harvesting, there's currently no reliable source. Thankfully, at least locals of the glen still have enough to get by. Red phosphor. The refuge. Out of the common phosphors, red phosphor is of the lowest energy. It exists exclusively in mineral form and can only give light when in solution. The dilute red phosphor, abundant in the city's water channels, can be concentrated and induced with currents. This can create an artificial high-energy state with greater luminosity. One major caveat is that the phosphor in the supersaturated solution will precipitate out rather quickly. Okay. As soon as the phosphor recrystallizes, it loses its glow permanently. If using supersaturated red phosphor as a power source, make sure that there are proper facilities or services that can replace it frequently. Okay. Bethesda books are really something. The librarian just released a bunch last week. So that's who I've been communicating with, is the author. Which, what? The author's the game dev? basically. The big compendiums, to say them if you like, kind of different from the earlier works though. Asserting his travelogues and novels mostly. And picture books, those two, I like pictures. There's a couple of his books in this room that aren't occupied yet. Maybe before someone takes them. Dry erase board made of metal. A big book with a black clover on the cover title says Emergence of New Ecological Niches in a Post-Sun World. Phosphor shrimp, also known as seed shrimp in certain vernaculars due to the shape of their transparent coat. These aquatic invertebrates are the most abundant life form in the oceans surrounding the barrens. Dorsal phosphor glands. Yeah. Abdominal phosphor organ. Common firefly, a nocturnal beetle with a vibrant glow, sometimes captured en masse and put in jars to be used as living lamps by the Glen's residents. This has inspired the now common practice of using phosphor shrimps to do the same. Oh, that's a nice one. The author publishes books at a highly accelerated, almost inhuman pace. In fact, he has put out more books in 1 year than most authors do in a lifetime. According to the head librarian, there is still a large amount of material he has written but not yet published. One cannot help but to wonder where he can get so much done in so little time. I did the calculations and the numbers simply do not add up. Maybe he can stop time? No such mechanism exists in this world. Is it actually possible in your home dimension? No, I just saw it in a movie once about superheroes and stuff. I haven't seen any superheroes in this world. Saw a lot of robots though. I guess robots are more plausible than superpowers. You're going through these pages pretty fast actually. It's mostly pictures. Oh, the author doesn't only write books, he also illustrates them. Sometimes he makes books out of only pictures. I just like looking at pictures. I tried looking at the flying machine with my binoculars for ages, never saw such a thing. Might take a minute. Not picking up. She's in the archival room upstairs and she is concentrating on her work. She will ignore any and all phone calls for several days. There's this book I found back in the Barrens area. Since this is a place for books, would you happen to know what it says? I do not recognize this language, but a symbol on the quote cover is of importance. The head librarian George can explain it. Would you like me to call her? Please don't. Yeah, I figured. Unauthorized entry. Library card required. Further access. Oops. I can't feel my limbs, but I have to stay awake. I need to find out how this book ends. How do I get upstairs? Isn't this upstairs? Neatly placed books are on the shelf. Oh, this is the head librarian, right? Maybe? No. I don't understand. Give him a t-shirt. There. I'm confused. Do I have to like go outside or something? Because like I heard like she's upstairs, but like, or something like that. That goes down. I was kind of not paying attention. I just figured that it would be pretty straightforward. Worried about the fish. Something about how the square particle stuff just took out a major pipeline. I guess I should take advantage of the running water while I still can. Hmm? You gotta check all the trash. Faded flyer. Hey, I got the t-shirt. I have the club uniform. The term doesn't react to me at all. Instead, the word "ba" is written on as well. This one isn't a ram. This one is. Oh my god. It's good to see you too. Oh, they wait. Are these the same? What? SRAM, you're in. Oh my god. This is crazy. We meet again. If the rims were shoes, it would have flip-flops. Ridiculous. A shepherd woman who tends a flock of rams. She seems to have an endless supply of ram puns and computer puns. You could say she has a lot of rammunition. Abiel died in the will. Pun fanatic. Her love of puns never dims. The most puns you've ever heard. Must have really good memory to remember them all. Even so, you can't help but groan a bit. Computer. Absolutely ridiculous. This guy's a space heater. When you find all your cats, they found me. Someone lives in the alley. You've been here for a while. You sure you don't want to stay? Yeah, just because you're interesting. Oh, Kelvin. Of course. Alright. Okay, Kelvin. A space heater robot that has claimed one of the corners of the refuge's back alleys as his own. Kelvin's warm body naturally attracts a lot of cats, as he seems to have developed some kind of bond with them. Kelvin is always willing to offer his warmth and comfort to any creature that wanders by. Well, I mean, cats do like sitting on top of server X, so that makes sense, I guess. Technically the lamplighter's neighbor, but they don't interact much. What is the secret ram club? One. As well. Oh, okay, so I think I interacted with everything. Yeah. Understanding robots. Rusty metal garbage can. Thank you for working so hard, Mr. Lamplighter. These are dictionaries. Some of the words are underlined. Most of the words are underlined, okay. Oh. Convex lens, thick lens, thin lens, concave lens. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if you're looking for me, but I cannot talk to you. But can you promise me something? If you can find a way to return, please do. game wants me to play through it multiple times. And some dumplings are guaranteed to contain only a minimal amount of industrial byproduct. Breaded fish. I toasted the bread myself. Street merchants. You here for your photos? No, alright then. Looks like a paper or something might come out from it. Photo booth. Stand smells a bit like burnt sugar. Ready for me to blow your mind? Yeah. I've invented a medicine to prepare everyone for the upcoming water shortage. All you gotta do is dissolve one of these pills in water, and then you drink the water, and then you never need to drink water again. Also makes plants grow faster. What? I say exaggerated. The effects of the pills wears off in like a week. But all you have to do is just take another pill. Which means you need water. Light. I'm not doing that yet. I think this is the shortcut back. Nice. Am I missing a staircase somewhere? Whatever. I just remembered that fast travel is a thing. Bunch of words are on the screen, I don't understand any of it. It runs out of light. You must change the color of the lights into a specific configuration. Oh no. Nine tries left. One light is correct. I need to write this down. Spreadsheet. Let's make a spreadsheet real quick. One yellow. What's the strategy here? One light is correct. One blue. Three lights are correct. None of them are red, so I can use red as a ground truth here. And so if I binary split here, two lights are correct. So one of these two that's red one light is correct. So this one is green. The one that's green is green. This one is not green. Two lights are correct. Crap. I screwed this up. Ah, crap. Three lights are correct. 3 tries left. So this is either yellow or blue. 5 lights are correct. There we go. Alright, cool. Please do not approach. Three doors? Crazy. Are you spinning? Cannot stop spinning, that's why. Okay. Robots are all manufacturing at a frightening rate. Physical damage from square particle anomalies almost impossible to revert. No living person can touch them unless they have a death wish. If we're lucky, sometimes the squares go away on their own. Not before taking away one of the robot's arms or legs or head. This one isn't active. They're waiting to be repaired. What about you? That makes sense. There's the good old days before robot repairing robots broke down. Now the robots have to be assembled by actual people. No? The higher-ups. I got a bone to pick with the higher-ups. Engineer just reported another sighting of the particles in the clip area. Nothing unusual at this point. More disruptions in Sector 8 of the city. Wonder what the author would do in this situation. Which is Overpoint usually references his works. None of us have been sleeping very well in light of recent events. The square particles took out a few of my robots last week, and she fell asleep. She's still asleep. Bookshelf. Shelf full of little machine parts and tools I don't recognize. Yep. Let's after Silver Point get all this energy. Yeah, I just had to make sure. It's all connected. Dr. Silver Point! No? Didn't get to see her with the— oh, that's what's going on. Listeners did go up. At the same time, she's the one who gives out the library cards. Okay, I'm going to get another one. Front desk library bots have facial recognition. My phone on the card won't match you unless I tape a photo of my face to your face. Maybe I'll get lucky with the robot. take it away. Worst comes to worst, you can always find somewhere to take a photo. What did the world look like with the sun? Let's explain it today. Just write down the data, crunch numbers, generate graphs, and seeing robots everywhere. I just thought it was because the world was too dangerous for most people to explore. It's not that far from the truth. Even after segments of land start collapsing and access some more of the remote areas we can build, we already built a machine that could fly. Something well thought was not physically possible. I've been working with us, so he provides us with all sorts of insights from time to time, but for some reason he really didn't want to build robots. Or coding them. He's happy to work with robots. Tube of glitter glue. Never known any glittered things up. Remotely and the Barons gave it to me. She looked kinda like you. Supposed to be such a breakthrough, you know? I haven't based her on myself, so I'll know it works. I wanted to build a robot that acts like a person, thinks like a person. A robot that isn't bound by its own code. But it turns out you can't really build something like that. Too many contradictions in the code. Made her unstable. That was the only time I've ever seen a robot go rogue. Scariest day of my life. She seemed so nice when we talked, even if she talked a little weird. She's been repaired for some time now. My friend was able to stabilize her volatile state through his own means. A real miracle worker. After he was through, she ended up turning out just like how I wanted, but the damage was already done. I gave up on her back then. We all did. I'm sure she realized that, and now she won't ever come back. She won't even answer my letters. You should hold on to that, Amber. Oh wow. The brilliant and highly respected head engineer of the refuge, Kip is responsible for many advances in robot technology that make our lives easier every day. He's also the creator of many robots that can be met throughout the world. Most notably Silver, the Baron's head engineer, who is based on Kip's own image. Silver was never intended to be the first of a new type of Silver was intended to be the first of a new type of robot that could think and act like a person. Unfortunately, the difficulty of that task led her to going rogue during development. Though Silver was eventually stabilized, that they left a scar on their relationship that is yet to heal. Though her creations are well known, the creator herself prefers to keep a low profile and focus on her work. It's likely that few outside of her colleagues have ever seen her. So put the pill in the water. Dissolved really fast. Medicated water. may help you to go one color at a time. This is the printer room where machine parts are made. It also helped to write down previous attempts. If all else fails, wait for the puzzle to reset. Maybe you'll get an easier one next time. Oh, hey, yeah, can you take my photo? Photo center's right behind me. Bad news is it doesn't work. After operations ended in the Barrens, this place got shut down. As the engineers lost their jobs and became street vendors. Certainly help people with expired IDs like me. I don't know camera. Looks like paper or something might come out. 1, 2. Three, 4. No. We can brute force. Just need to be 4. It'd take too long. That's actually kind of annoying. I'm gonna just put all of these down. I just had a feeling, like, that's the one that I set up first. It's filling the lamp. Tired-looking man who seems to subsist purely on gallons of coffee. It's unclear how long it's been since the last time he slept. Though he's not the brightest fellow, he's an incredibly hard worker and takes his job very seriously. So seriously, in fact, that he gets anxious whenever he can't perform his duties. He's responsible for keeping the lights around the city lit, as well as delivering highly concentrated phosphor for use in machines. A high school dropout, he feels nervous whenever he has to be around smart people. Lately, the lamplighter has taken to reading the dictionary in what little free time he has. Well, hey, I have a different kind of dictionary here. The lens should be positioned left of both the curved lenses. Oh, okay, it's gonna be one of these. Thick lens left of both of the curved lenses. Good thing I have the spreadsheet open. Yeah. Is there anything you remember about how to work the camera? When arranging the lenses, make sure that the thin lens is positioned between the two curved ones. Oh, that's easy. We're all set then. There's just two possibilities left. Oh, come on, you're gonna do the whole thing every single time? The back of the photo is covered in glue and glitter. Aw, sweet. Old phone. Still need the library card, I guess. So happy to I actually get to meet you. You check out the archives, I can give you a tour. It's a little room that you can get into, but there's no stairs or elevators or anything else. If you want my guess, you'll probably need my help. I never went inside, so... Yep, it's a dictionary. Manuscripts. Manuscripts seems to get any smaller even though he's not showing up anymore. Work, 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 work. Black Clover someone to cover this book, and the other book is a clover on its spine, and the rest of these books do too, and they all have about clovers. Black Clover symbol just means it's written by the author. Even the painting is books. Keep a copy of everything that I published for him in the archival room. Read some of it if you want. Another fruitful visit to the Great Prophet today. She seemed high in spirits. She told me that she saw another glimpse of the Messiah's arrival, more vivid than ever before. The Messiah will wake up in a dark house. She said the vision included lights from a window and the sound of footsteps on wood floor. Regrettably, she is unsure of the house's location. Marcus was also present at the meeting. I ended up visiting his house later, and we swapped notes. He's been very vigilant on recording the Prophet's day-to-day musings, and his writing has been significantly more legible lately. His children were endearing as ever. The older child, Calamus, has expressed an interest in reading. I offered to teach him, as I did his father. Interesting. Wednesday, another still life of some objects on my desk. Still not very good, but Silver can recognize the objects at least. Various sketches in practice. 9/10/45/23. Month 45. Year 9/10, day 23. Although its pigmentation is primarily black, the leaves display incredible iridescence when exposed to sunlight. These curious plants are most resilient and can even thrive in the metallic sand and harsh climate of the Barrens. In the glen, it can also grow directly on top of the moss layer without competing with the moss for resources. Radiocarbon dating of fossils suggests that these plants may be the first life forms to colonize our world. Thankfully, Dr. Silverpoint's team was able to replicate our prototype. On the right is an updated sketch of some of the modifications of the external design. More importantly, we used a radically different architecture for the microprocessor due to limited resources this time, but it still should be capable of delivering the late prophet's message. The team suggested that taming was a lost cause. Wireless signal amplifier. Compatible with longer clothing. Redesigned internal audio receptor. Rounder look, blue phosphor. But she deeply believed in the multiverse theory. Regarding alternate versions, she likened the probability to the rolling of dice. Recently, I found that theory easier and easier to believe, but I could not describe it very well back then. Nevertheless, I still wrote it to the best of my abilities. After all, it felt only right to honor her this way. There are 6. Which one did you encounter? It was 4, right? Five on the side, 2 on the other side. It's 4 in the front, right? I think it was. Nice. Alright, back to it. Wait, what's the big deal? Page translating the journal. You can finally read this, it means you are near the tower. The tower is the domain of an elusive entity. This being is connected to the world. With the author? For now you can think of it as the spirit of the world. It has no physical form, but it can communicate through computers and other machinery. You know who I'm talking about, of course. When you first arrived here with our savior, it no doubt contacted you right away. Through its own means, the entity will guide the both of you to the tower. The entry room is at the tower's base. Not only do you need the sun there, but also 3 pieces of the previous sun. The savior will not be able to do anything there. You, on the other hand, look at the pattern on the floor. Do as it says. The window will be gone, so you need to bring it back. Oh, now I have to backtrack. You do have a piece of amber and a feather. They're both glowing yellow. The third one's in the mines. You can have this then. Oh, wait. A little keepsake from the library. George is the enthusiastic head librarian of the Refuge Library. Apart from managing all the library's many resources and services, this also means she's in charge of publishing the author's many manuscripts. It's a great opportunity for George to share a passion for literature and read all the latest books. This would describe George would be to think of a dog that always wants to show everyone his favorite toy. The toy is books, and the dog is a librarian, and also not a dog, but still having a good time. Interesting. Interesting. Amber, feather, and the dye. It was like one last time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna repeat here. Small room at the base of the tower, all having 3 pieces of previous sun in your possession, and then you'll stand in the room, and I'll do something with the floor patterns. Okay. Why do I still have the library card, I'm guessing, so I can regain access. Mm-hmm. There we go. Pancakes on the house. Jeez. Pancakes are so good. Let's just eat something before I get in the tower. We're putting the world of special pancakes on all makes. Likes to bake hazelnuts and grind them in the batter. Nice. They taste amazing. Tries made them when I was feeling sad or lonely or... I just have a bad feeling all of a sudden. No, you're not here to save the world, but... don't know what the real reason is. I don't even know I'm here. Maybe. Some more pancakes. Optional transaction, I am assuming. Maybe not. Nice. The friendly proprietor in the Refuge Cafe once a popular spot to relax and bask in the warm aromas and gentle sounds of cafe ambience. It's mostly deserted since the squares began picking apart the upper reaches of the city. Nowadays, Ling's best customer is the unfaltering lamplighter. Always a gracious host, Ling enjoys meeting customers both new and old and chatting with them if you ask nicely. You might even take the time to whip up a request for something off menu. I mean, while we're here, we might as well check that other locked area we haven't been able to do anything with yet. Still nothing. Yeah, true. Well, we might as well check the plant while we're here. Nice. So I've used everything then. I don't know why I still have the library. I guess just because why would they take my library card? Maybe I should go give the library card back. Alright. I guess it's time. don't remember this gallery. Was there always a gallery? I guess there was always a gallery. Move files. That makes sense. Place them on the floor. Oh. X. Right? Hello. I'm not being allowed to say anything. Bread out. Bread. Bread. Hello, Niko. Congratulations, you're now inside the tower. Here's what you're contacting you directly. Everything that's happened here is like a bad dream. When you wake up, you'll be home. That's pretty unsatisfying. Thought there'd be more to it. Is it back around? It does. Hmm. There's nothing I can really do, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't get to say goodbye either. True. What's up? When'd you come back? What else am I gonna do, man? Like then I told you about the entity as little as possible. Apologies for that. Didn't want to put the librarian in danger. This being has a habit of silencing the people who learn of its true nature. Regrettably, I've seen it happen to dear friends. Not to worry, entity cannot touch you. Yeah, I would be surprised. Nor can it do anything to me. Author? Hello? Or to live the world on my own terms. Unfortunate. I mean, fair. I never meant for the entity to exist. But now that it's fully sentient, one thing became clear. The entity seeks death. Death to itself, death to the world. A relentless desire that manifested physically. Oh, it got tamed or whatever? You've already seen the scars. Right now, the entity is doing everything it can to impede your progress, stalling for even a few minutes before you inevitably bring the sun to the tower's summit. That is where you, God, will make the final judgment for the world. Of course, the entity will contact you again there. And when it does, it will trick you into shattering the sun. This will end the world instantly. Right, I've already been told this. It's not that simple. So I do not know what to do in a situation like this. I think I have to tell you the truth. The sun is the Messiah's tie to the world. As long as the sun is intact, the Messiah remains trapped here. Oh crap. I can fix this. Oops. There. As long as the sun is intact, the Messiah remains trapped here. Okay. Starting the sun may terminate the world, but let's just walk over to it and then I walk back. It's also the only way for the Messiah to return home. It's just hard for me to keep. Okay, so I think I'm lined up. Yeah, I'm lined up. So then I go. Boom. Yeah. Crap. Here, 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 here. So we can get that at the end. I did not realize things could end up like this. Please forgive me. I'm back now. Pick up that bulb. Let's see here. Cabin? Nothing in the fridge. Oh, it's not, it's broken. Ad finitum. Tower. Oh, because last time we were here it was night. Now it's a lot brighter so you can actually see. What's outside? Oh. Can't even attempt to sleep. Yeah, I made it. Tell you how to save the world. When you reach the summit, shatter the light bulb and... Yeah, just freaking break it over my knee. I'm just humoring you. I know you've been getting help. Still planning to save the world? I mean... It's not her dream because she's never really met robots. And I guess she has toys unless the toys are like... She's never been to the city. Only seen on... So, I mean, it could be Dream. It seems like she has some sort of reference. Or he, I don't even know. They have some sort of reference to everything. So it could be a dream. Breaking the light bulb wouldn't do anything, though. Other than, like, maybe wake him up from the dream. Or be lost, but there's no point in breaking the light bulb if it's a dream, because that would just kind of like propagate the what's the word? Just like the nightmare or whatever. The mistake or whatever. Gotta right some wrongs and stuff. Is this, oh, silver? If you choose to smash the light bulb and Niko wakes up back home like it was all a dream. But if you let Niko return the sun, the child will have to bear the weight of this sacrifice. What do you want to do, Niko? Yeah, that's exactly what... Dude. Hey. Hello? And then if you say, well, you should know. I want you to make the decision for me. We can't save both. It's a little complicated. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Is there gonna be? Put the sun in there. We'll be able to save the world. But if I want to go home, I'll have to break it. What should you do? Dude, there is no right thing to do. Also, we're being given not enough information by people who are saying, oh, well, you don't even know. It's like, well, then tell us. Dude, just get out of here. These guys are withholding information from us. I mean, he's doing it on purpose, though. Only mission is to save Niko, but it's not necessarily. The only reason I was given that mission is because the guy that wants to destroy the world has that as his mission. But there's no guaranteeing like, it doesn't make sense, right? If you think about it. So, like, she stays there if the light bulb doesn't break. But, like, that doesn't necessarily mean forever. I mean, if we guide the heart, right? We return the sun because oh, and I gotta refresh the stream, it's like frozen. I'm gonna return the sun. Just want to make sure this is working. Okay, return the sun. Return the sun. You're right. Can't just leave everyone here to die. Nice. It looks like you completed your mission in the world, and I understand. I know you wish to return, but the entity called itself One Shot for a reason. That restriction was implemented a long time ago. Removing it is impossible now. At least for me. I do not know the full extent of your powers, so pardon me if this sounds foolish. But if you'd be so kind to test something out for me, you want me to delete the save and start over. A log of your save progress may exist somewhere on your machine. Even in the same location as this journal you're reading now. If this save progress log takes the form of a file, perhaps you can manipulate it. Try removing it from its current location. A simple deletion will do. I apologize for not knowing the extent of your powers. If what I described confuses you, I am sorry. But what would be the point, right? I guess because they exist outside of the save file, so that would mean that deleting the save wouldn't fully reset the progress because I have this meta progression. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, I can do that for you. Forever. 1 second. I mean, yeah. I'm soft locked otherwise, so. Why does that sound so familiar? Too many windows open. What the heck? Looks like you're able to remove the restriction. In that case, you are ready to continue. The necessary preparations are all in place. What? This session might run a very different course depending on your actions. If you can recognize my symbol, you will know what you should do. I confess it will be risky. The probability that the entity's condition will worsen is quite high, and if that happens, then SO. Oh, crap. Delete. Look at me. Asking for your favors only to become so apprehensive once you agreed. I understand if you wish to leave some questions unanswered. I understand if you do not believe in a happy resolution. I understand if you are simply afraid of what might happen. Because I am afraid too. If you enjoy the world as is, if you're satisfied with the story as is, if you really do not want Solstice to see anything change for the better or for worse, then pretend you never saw this session as you normally would. Do not use my journal for anything other than what you were already familiar with. This option will always remain for you, though. That's why I implore you to consider the Messiah, the world, my children. They all deserve their good ending. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. I just don't have the clover anymore, I guess. There's also no save file. Game hasn't saved yet. Oh, nope. You found me. You're already too late, not much of the world remains. This will be apparent once you go outside. This place was never worth saving. This does not feel right at all. You already been through this? Should be impossible. You only had one shot. I wasn't supposed to exist after that. Wait, they're gone? They went back in the... Okay. That's fair. I don't want to maximize this because it seems to be changing a bit more than usual. Familiar location. Hmm. Okay. Can do this a bit faster, right? Well, I need to be on the lookout for clovers. I almost forgot. That's pretty important. I forgot to ask him about the journal. So now that I have the journal. Yeah, it doesn't know. It's not in his programming. That makes sense. Thinking. On this book, do you know anything about it? Screwdriver. It's like a really short dream. A robot with a yellow eye. thing in my pocket is glowing. A couple pages. Didn't understand a word. Know who wrote the book. The author. Did the trouble of putting yellow phosphor in it. The fact that you woke up in the first place with it. They're very frustrated that people think the sun is made of. Looks like there's a clover in the necklace too. So I think that journal would be important. So it just started glowing, yeah. Right after the vision. We should at least try to read it again. Glowing journal. Looks kind of like a drawing of this room, telling us we should come here, which we did. Looks like we're on the right track. It's literally right where I'm standing, isn't it? Is that a clover? No. Looks like a standard issue minecart, which means it likely detected the motion is from itself over. Not sure where you're going to visit the deeper mines, but if you wanted to be, now we have the option. Aren't you even gonna fit us both? No. Wanted you to come with us. Just have to follow along the rails. It's only ever dangerous walking if you're an organic being, which you well, there's no guarantee that I can come back this way, but there's stuff in the other zones, I think, right, that still need to do. So yeah. I do not recognize this place in the protocol. This isn't what I'm supposed to be showing you at all. You are going out of bounds. You should turn back. Bad things are gonna happen. Very bad things. At this rate, Niko will be in danger. You wouldn't do anything to her, Niko. Hold on. Anything happens to her, him, I don't know, them, then that means you don't have an out. observation room is still mostly intact. How much is reactivated power's got up solving a weird and it runs on battery? Completely separate power source. I can't recognize any of the data formats in the terminal either. Let me take some time. And there's a light in your eyes. And the person I'm destined to meet. What is your name? I mean, you sent me to this world? There was a robot a while back who told me about how science stuff, so I'm guessing that's something. Nope. It looks a little big. Can you even... What of my memories have been removed for safety reasons. Guessing that's less of a big deal for a robot. I'm gonna assume you do not know who sent you. How did you get here then? I got here in a minecart. Interesting with my main memory disk. You passed the first test by showing me the bug. Now you'll need to find a way to install the backup. Before you do that though, someone else is with you, right? Yeah. Yes. Really with her here. She's in the computer room right now. Please do not tell her you found me. Can't be seen like this. Please help me restore my memory. Bring the disk back once you have the backup. Extra power cell is assigned to this building. What? Armatory tracking is not assigned. Oh, I don't remember, but I know what this is. Okay. I'm gonna have to... I think I got the spreadsheet. 110, 117, or 112, 113, 117, 118, 119. And then I'll just go over to the other area and then figure out if they are, I'm guessing assembly, medical, or electrical. What doesn't work? Is there another layer to this? All right. Oh yeah, I need a mask. The mask is in there, but I don't have the right code. I need to get the battery so I can get the mask. I need a metal bar, that's right. And then I need to go to the press and then do a crowbar. Metal bars in here, right? Pretty sure. No shot. Okay, I think that's a good place to take a break for the day. I didn't know what to expect, and I guess seeing a built-in desktop on the game, I guess, should have been a good indicator to me that I was going to start doing some funky stuff. So I got this spreadsheet. I got to make sure I save it in a location that makes sense here. Because as of right now, it's just an untitled. Yeah, you know what? That's fine, honestly. Oh, man. It feels good. I am enjoying. I want to swap it up too. I didn't really use the tower. I used it for a bit. And change the theme to red. I don't have all the wallpapers, I don't have all the colors, I don't have all of the friends. The only thing I'm missing here is I need to barter even harder next time I do the minigame and do the minigame on the first try. So, pretty good completion progress. Alright. I might do more tomorrow, or I do some Wallhaven. I do need to do some chores, so figure it out. And I need to get my act together in terms of, like, just like, I feel like I haven't been putting stuff off, but I've been really slow about doing things, I feel, lately, so I'm gonna be hopefully on tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try to break that. So, yeah. This will also be probably getting put on the... No, what am I saying probably? This is going on the VODs channel on YouTube if you miss any of it, just so that I have it on record, and yeah, hopefully more like this more often. Because I got some plans to play a few games. So, yeah. Alright. Yes. Shut down the world machine.